Okay, so this is how we're going to actually bridge the pathway pictures that you're looking at. How do I get, if I'm in your position, how do I get from the left pathway to the middle pathway and then to the right pathway? So I'm going to read right out of the Personal Growth Protocol, which you now have access to. So this will be an emphasis or reiteration of it for you. So this process, this growth protocol, teaches you habits and principles of happiness, joy, and well-being, and each of those have specific meanings. Nothing that I'm saying here is new, only the application and the process. As a general rule, few people are taught these principles at home, school, work, or at church. So if you want to change, if you want to find greater happiness, joy, and well-being, the process is guaranteed to work to the level that you implemented because you're reverse engineering what got you there. You were once in a very good position in utero, and over time, things have compounded on top of you. So let's just say your parents divorced at age 1. You started telling yourself that it's your fault and you have no worth and you can't be loved and you can't develop emotional intimacy, mutual trust, and respect. Age 1, age 2, and age 3, you're looking out into the world to verify those beliefs are true. And you'll find them because it's very selective. You can prove anything if you want to look for it, and you're very selective in what you're doing. That's a scientist you have in your brain. When you're 6, 7, and 8, you really compounded that well. I don't have worth. No one really likes me. I don't make friends very easy. So by the time you're an adult and you're trying to forge your way through life, you're very miserable. You feel like you're all alone. You can't make friends. And you constantly seek the 3 A's, affirmation, affection, approval, on social media. You set your standard of happiness on that day by how many likes you get in Facebook. So let's continue this. You can't skip, cheat, cram, or selectively choose your new habits, principles, or assignments. You just can't randomly do it. It has to be very programmed. You have to know what you're going to do. We're going to talk about the implementation statement. Follow the program. You'll notice a difference. Whatever behavior you want to change, but don't, you are choosing. Say that again. Whatever behavior you're engaged in right now that you don't want to, but you're not changing, you're choosing to do that behavior. And addiction is a disease of choice. This is a self-guided journey into a lifelong process of growth, learning, and practice. If followed, the habits developed and the new awareness of life will have a profound impact upon you. So at this point, you might be thinking, great, sounds good. I got to get myself psyched up. I got to do this. That's exactly what you don't need right now. Motivation has a short shelf life, 12 to 72 hours max. You need the following things in this order: a healthy identity, a new habit, and an implementation statement. Identity. That's how you see yourself. That's how you perceive yourself. We're going from false self to true self, your authentic self. All the beliefs you have are based on previous experiences. Your experiences dictate your beliefs dictate your behavior. A new habit. It's created through repeated behavior that's physical or imagined. And so you can picture, this is what I'm going to do. And if you do that, the brain can't tell the difference. It becomes an actual experience. Neural pathways are rivers of flowing behaviors we call habits. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Do it in your mind's eye, you create millions of neurons. You do it enough, those neurons will start intertwining and they start creating this pathway. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. James Clear, Atomic Habits. And a system is a collection of daily habits. So in this protocol that you're going through right now, spend less time setting goals and more time developing healthy habits. Finally, implementation statement. How am I going to get to that really deep guttered pathway that I want to be on? An implementation statement is what you intend to do, when you intend to do it, and where you will do it. 3 examples. I will exercise at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. See that in your mind's eye. Go to bed with a mindfulness. See yourself getting up. And then just before you get up, see yourself getting up, exercising, and then see how good it feels when you exercise. I will meditate for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in my car tomorrow. I'm going to do a quick mindfulness before I go to work. And lastly, I will start my sacred hour at 8:30 p.m. tonight because sleep is so critical. We'll cover that also a little bit later. Give your habits a time and a space to live in the world by making your intentions obvious, and through enough repetition, this is really good. You will have the urge to do the right thing at the right time, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is short-lived. It's filled with regret. If you want to achieve your goals, plan for exactly when and how you're going to execute them. And I'll leave you with this quote from James Clear. Most failures are one-time costs. Most regrets are recurring costs. A good initial choice, like choosing the right thing to work on or the right person to work with, can deliver 100 times payoff. However, if you don't have great habits, then great choices are just potential energy. We'll see you in the next video.